Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to face Brewers House Party.
Hello, mate. Hello. And yes, so welcome. And very quickly, Linda Carol Patience has been saying hello. Linda Thomas, Linda Gibson, and very quick, brief hello there to you. Christine Sutcliffe, Claire Gibson. We're here, and so you should be. It's Lenny's birthday. And Lenny, happy birthday to you. I think we might have a picture of Lenny. And we'll say hello there. Look. You sent me this, Claire. Look, there's Lenny. So that's with Richard and Johnny and myself. A big happy birthday. That's when he was 1. I mean, he's 3 now. So 3 years. Where's it all go? Other people are joining us. So I'm going to quickly say hello to Mary Roberts, Scott Bale. Hello, Scott. Tony Thomas. Hello to you, Sharon Bingham, Rebecca Wins. Binstock, Rebecca, how's the farm? Sat ready with Bailey on the office. Well done, Christine. Always in the office. I don't know how you get away with it, Christine. How you do that? Julia, lots of people saying hello. Hello to you all. 7 weeks old, Claire, getting that picture was. Yes, of Lenny. Hello. Mary Roberts goes on. Mandy Church, how are you? So is it hello, Mandy? Beth Allen. It goes on. So, welcome, Paula Ald. So Paula Ald should be there. It's her birthday. Happy birthday to Paula. By the way, to you, Paula. I might even have a picture of you, Paula Ald. There you go. So don't think that we don't find out. Yeah. Happy birthday. There you are. That's Paula Ald. It's her birthday, and she goes back many years. Get rid of the picture. Paula, happy birthday to you. Give my love to your mum, Rose, and all the family, of course, all the family. Faye, said hello to you. Perry James, good after Irons. Yes, football started, everyone. Football has started. Man City walloped Arsenal. That's a bit of a shame for Bill Nadlow out there. Bill, if you've joined in, Bill, I'm sure you're shocked. The beard's back. Yes, it came back quicker than you thought. I'll tell you, it was deliberately being brought back. Julie Iveson, just in from work. Go on, girl. Well done, babe. She does a lot of knees. That's what she does, Julie. Thank you, Jen. Miss Day's birthday on Tuesday. In fact, yeah, we missed lots of birthdays. Happy birthday, Dave. I did miss that. I'm sorry about that, Lynn. We weren't on, but there was Sarah Hewlett. That's the Calvert family. It was her birthday yesterday. Becky White's birthday yesterday. And, of course, Paula All saying thanks. Just opening champagne, so you should read Paula. Michelle Matthews, it was her birthday. And Russ, come on, you Irons, Russ. We had a lovely interview with Russ. It was real fun. We were chatting, pick my own West Ham 11. I had a lovely fun time there with doing that to you, Russ. Paula Keelan, all these people throwing in. Colin Reynolds, it's your birthday yesterday. Again, just typical timing. Perry James for the Tuesday against the Mighty Spurs. Of course, you will be saying that, Perry. I'm going to go round Johnny Mack's garden so we can watch it through the window. Who hell's? It's going to be hell. But just to wind up Johnny Mack as a Tottenham supporter. So Colin Reynolds, yes, poet, gardener, DIY, fitness. He can do the plank. He loves his drums. And Colin Reynolds, it's your birthday yesterday. There you are, Colin. On your drums. I found a picture for you. So thank you, Knight, and happy birthday to you. There's lots of birthdays today, and I didn't have time to get hold of these birthdays. Lynn Ange, are you in Ireland? Let me have a look. It's not raining in Cork at the moment. But are you cooking, Lynn Ange? You know, Lynn, I don't even know that I actually watch you cooking. I don't put the comment up because I know what you're thinking that that I'm actually into cooking. I just love the way that you describe cooking your strawberry, whatever it is, shortcake, whatever I watched you do the other day. Dad said he's looking forward to the VIP seat at Southend Pavilion. Paula, isn't it lovely? And who knows? where we are going, because I'm getting told that theatres, the smaller theatres, are going to be starting to be opening in September. I know we've had a big announcement recently. We're going to announce that West End isn't going to be open at all this year. Zach Patterson had a huge discussion point on his Facebook today, all about what about the little theatres. I'd like to point out personally, the little theatre is going to open first. So we shouldn't really worry about our smaller theatres. I think they will kick in with smaller productions, smaller audiences, and they will be able to operate. Now, look, Barry Crabtree. Hi, Mark. How are you, Josh? Barry Crabtree, it's your birthday, isn't it, Baz? And again, a Potter's man, so happy birthday to you. There's Barry. Got you a smart picture there, Baz. Crikey. You don't normally look like that. But Mark Anthony's birthday, happy birthday. He's a big entertainer, great voice. Mark Anthony, I think he lives in Amsterdam. So Mark, no, some tune, happy birthday. Chloe Palmer, happy birthday. Mark Jumix, Lisa Hall, Sammy Lee, Lisa Pilkington, that's an old name from the past. Sam Markle, photographer, and in business with Trevor lots of time. But Sam Markle, happy birthday to you. Kimberly Turley, happy birthday. So that's everyone. I've done it. So there will be more people saying to me, what about me? What about me? But let's talk. Let's say hi, Marky. Mark Hinton. So let's talk to, we've got a young lady. Well, let's say hello to both of them. Let's bring on two people we're going to talk to. This is Debbie, who looks a bit like the White Witch from Snow. And, of course, the handsome and young star, Ian McIntosh. Hello, guys. You can wave, Ian. Wave. Look, if you're listening. Debbie, you can. Ian, I'm going to send you out because we're going to finish with the star. We don't finish with the star at the beginning, don't we? Debbie, you got to go first. So you can go, Ian. You can go and mute yourself in case you want to throw in comments. Everyone, you might not know, this is Debbie. Endearingly called Debbie Dibdob. Debbie Butler isn't a name I would use ever. In fact, I don't think I've ever called you in my time, Debbie Butler. I've always called her Debbie the Dibdob, who lives in Southend. Am I right?
No.
Well, where'd you live then?
Quite near to Southend.
Well, where'd you live?
In Rayleigh.
Rayleigh. All right. Okay. Do you live? I thought you lived near Lee Ollie.
I do. I live about 4 doors away.
Well, he always says he lives in Southend, baby. He never even mentions Rayleigh. So
that's because he doesn't want you to find him.
Deb, you are right, hon. You are right. Now, Debbie, you've recently grandmother. I'm not saying that. I'm not bringing it up because you look like a grandmother. I mean, obviously, Debbie used to come to Potters for when she was young, attractive. Had a son called Charlie. Did the sports breaks. You was always messing around with, playing around with Paul Reaney. I mean, in a friendly way. I'm talking about that. We have had a lot of teasing with you, but you used to come with your family as well, didn't you, sis?
Yeah.
Family.
The first time I ever came to Potters, I was pregnant with Charlie, so that was 26 years ago, pretty much to the day.
Yeah. Was you with your man at that time? I'm just bringing it up. Was that over very quickly? I'm just pointing it out. We've always known you as single lady and attractive single lady, obviously. I mean, obviously you're not now, but I mean, you was. But Debbie the Dibdob, can I see a picture? I think I've asked a picture for your grandson that you was very excited about. And there he is, Ronnie. How cute is he? How cute. And that's Charlie, who we watched grow up. And that's his son. So incredible. Well, and that's recently, isn't it? I mean, that's only in the lockdown.
8th of May he was born. He was due.
Have you managed to have a cuddle yet?
Well, yes, I have now because Boris has said that living alone can visit a family. So
and you being a granny, you're living in a bubble, and you're that one granny, of course. So that's lovely to hear. Now you do work, do you? Are you on furlough, or do you actually work?
No, I'm actually working.
So what is that? Teaching? I wrote down on my list.
I'm a teacher. So we've been working from home since lockdown, supporting our students online, on the phone, via email. So it's worked pretty well, to be honest. We've done well.
Is it? Is it good? Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, who are you teaching? Big, older students, younger students?
So my students have additional needs, so they're between the ages of 16 and 25.
Yeah.
And the idea of the department that I work in is we prepare them to go into employment, and we prepare them also for adulthood and independent living. So yeah, it's a great job, and the young people that we teach are just amazing. Every day's different, you know. Every day's a smile on your face. Sometimes you're tearing your hair out, but in the main, 99% of the time, it's an amazing job to do.
Well, that's great. You're convincing me. You are convincing me. I don't know if you mean it. You're convincing me. But
I do mean it. I do mean it.
No, you do. But you also keep yourself busy with yoga, don't you? Am I right?
I do a bit. I like yoga, and I like doing gardening and cooking and reading. And I'm just quite a boring old woman, really, to be honest.
Old. You said it. I didn't say it. Look, I have to stop because I keep seeing people send messages, and I hate to say people are missing things. Christine Sutcliffe says she's struggling to use her mobile day, no internet till Saturday. It's typical, Christine. That's you. You want to move, Christine? I was going to say. Do you like my glasses? Josh Wishwood, Mark Hinton, Christine, Debbie and Ian, Mark Roberts, Mick. Yes, I would say so. Mary Roberts, she's able to cuddle her grandchild, Debbie Dong. So that's good. I don't want to suddenly be finding that I'm missing people conversation. So let's get back. Okay, show us your yoga pose.
Yeah.
That's it, isn't it? That's it. I know. I'm only teasing. Look, Debbie, thank you for coming on, darling. Thank you for chatting to us.
Thanks for having me.
I'm not asking you to leave because if I shoot through Ian really quickly, I have a challenge for you, a quiz, a children's quiz. We haven't done it very often recently, but obviously when I get a teacher on, isn't it lovely? We can throw children's questions at a teacher who hasn't got a clue what the answers are. And so that would amuse me. So I have got them in front of me. So out of interest, you do know the capital of Poland, don't you?
No.
Okay, you are going to be stumped. You are. These are for 10-year-olds. 10-year-olds. I'm going to.
I don't teach geography.
Well, yes, but look, that's just knowledge, honey. It's just knowledge.
Is it Reykjavik?
What? That's Iceland. I mean, where the hell are you going? No one's going on holiday with you. Anyway, look, that will be interesting. That could be the devil in me if you don't even know who's Poland's capital. In fact, someone send me a message and see if they know. The first one.
Is it Krakow or something?
Krakow.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's ridiculous that you don't even know it. You don't have guesses. Yes, glass is looking good. Christine Sutcliffe. Someone give me the answer. Come on. Usually Kate Whittington's one of the first ones.
If I put my glass, have I got time to Google it?
Well, look, you can Google. I'm getting rid of you now and come back. Okay. Right. Come back and join us for a minute. Terry, what did Terry just say? Mark, you've been married 40 years. Mary Roberts, well done, Mary Roberts, for telling us it was Warsaw. Now they're joining in now. I want to see you all throwing it at me. She just didn't know. She's a teacher and she don't know the capital of Poland. Heaven help us all. What did I catch? It was Terry. What did Terry send us, Nigel? What did he send us? I forgot I've been married for 40 years. Wonder why the boss was in the mood. I can believe it. 40 years, long time. Congratulations to you, mate. Congratulations. Lots of people saying, look, yes, Debbie, people joining in with it now. It's too late now. When I ask you, should be flying it in. Right, so who am I excited to meet? I really am. We're talking about a young man who'd been coming to Potters as a child because his P is the capital of Poland. Russ, that's not funny, mate. That's old gag, mate. Russ, you keep worrying about your West End comparing. So look, let me get back to young Ian McIntosh, the baby, the junior. Do you know, like, we've known his dad, and we've known the family, Big Ian, the big family, for years. And of course, It goes to Big Ian. There's Middle Ian, who still works at Potters. Well, might be on furlough, but was our computer genius with that, young Ian. Also, of course, he was part of the London Palladium, who did the show. And young Ian used to come. You're coming on here. He's a young boy. Who would have believed that one young boy would then join Masters, go into get gigs, won a competition to get on High School Musical. I'm just trying to add this all up in my head. He's been in great musicals like Beautiful. He's presently, as soon as it all starts back, it's We Will Rock You with Galileo. I'm going to talk to him. He's going to tell me all the others, I'm sure. This is Ian McIntosh.
Hello, how are you doing?
Ian, how are you, mate?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
And of course, you're looking at your camera, and of course, or you're not looking at your camera. You've got to be looking at the picture. Where, of course, if you look to your right, you can look at all of us. Look up. There, that's all of us.
Okay, here we are. That's me looking at you now. Is that okay?
Yeah, well, it's okay. People can understand that you're looking at, are you phoning it or are you laptoping it?
No, this is on my laptop. This is on my laptop. We're sorting it all out. Here we go.
Yeah, McIntosh, are you 30 now? How old are you, mate?
I'm 31 now.
What?
Yeah, so I would have known you. Well, I think the first time I went to Potters would have been 6. At the
Ian,
time, so I think 20.
Tracy Parkinson from Hull saying hello, little Ian. And
Tracy.
Wilson saying hello to you. Mary Roberts. I mean, lots of people, as guests do, come and say hello to you. We're a little family. It's like a little family. Hasn't he aged well? That's Nigel's little opinion. Probably not really. Ian, let's face it, you did come as a kid. I wasn't making it up, wasn't it? I remember seeing you when you was a child, been at Potters. You were proper Potterite, coming all the time. Terry Hunter, where do you get your boy's haircut? Terry?
I know, yeah.
Debbie Tom.
My daughter is
single. Well, truthfully, Ian, you probably, are you seeing somebody at this moment?
I am now, yeah.
Yeah,
someone knows me now. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, over the years, Ian, you've been a bit of a player. I'm allowed to say it because let's face it, 17, 18, 19, when you were suddenly doing the young bits at Potters, I mean, you should enjoy yourself. And you did, to be honest.
I think I did, yeah.
You did.
We've got to keep it quiet, right?
But you sang, I'm trying to think what you did sing. Electricity as a child. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember because I remember coming up to Potters every summer. Every holiday that I could get, I would come up to my uncle, stay with my uncle who worked. He sort of worked his way up to Potters. Yeah, my uncle Ian, and then going to so I'd come up to you, and I remember like pulling on your shirt and say, look, Mark, can I sing Bring Him Home tonight? Yeah. Can I sing Electricity tonight? And every time you'd be like, oh yeah, we'll try and get it in. We'll try and get it in, and you always did actually.
We eventually did. We normally wouldn't not let you not sing because even then as a child you had an incredible voice, not as what you have now because as you've matured, you've got this incredible voice. It's got better and better and better. Tell us, one of your biggest. In fact, I'll tell you what we'll do. We put a little recording together. Mixture. Nigel's done it for us, bless him, and he's put a mix of.
Everybody's always talking at me. Everybody's trying to get in my head. I want to listen to my own heart talking. I need to count on myself instead. Self, your dream would ever come true. Claim the world's never played you. I will never try to live a lie again. I don't want to win this game if I can play it my way.
I think that was maybe 2 years ago.
This is at Potters here.
Yeah. And that's doing quite a little tender from the commitment. This is on the Paulo Daly show. So this would have been when I was 26.
I love
Oh, and this is recently.
You can see the lightning.
As if nothing really matters.
Gary Ellis. Brian May. I mean, what about that?
Nothing really matters.
Anyone can see. Nothing really matters.
Nothing really matters to me.
They cut you off there, Ian. You know, they cut you off, mate.
Yeah, so that last video that we put up was for when everyone was in lockdown. I don't know if you saw like loads of these musicals put up videos trying to make money for charity for actors that have been put out of work. And so we had it put together with Ben Elton and Brian May, and then Kerry Ellis got involved. She was, you know, she's ex-Potters as well, and we all we all got involved in that. It's great.
Can I just point out, there's a bloke who knows that I do this, and now look, I'm talking, Jeff. I'm talking. It's Jeff the poet, and I'm on the house party, and you're interrupting. What have we? We've just won. Sorry, it's just more important than you, Ian, that we just won. That's why it's Royal Ascot, and he's let me know. Jeff, thank you. Okay, mate, I'm going to say go. I'm sorry, Ian. I'm sorry. That's what people do to me. He's upset I'm not using him to do a poem. If I should have asked him to do a poem, he might have done one for us. But Ian, let's go back to the basic. Your very first was Troy, wasn't that? What do you say? That you were very young there. How old was you when you got into the?
It's funny. Well, because you said it was Sam Markwell's birthday, and Sam Markwell was the photographer who did my first ever photos that got me into college, and along with all the other guys in Potters, and for out of college, which was in Rayleigh, funny enough, Debbie. That's where my college was, and we from that I went on to do the DMTV, which was through Potters when I was working at Potters at the time, and I remember the support that like Potters gave me.
Incredible,
you know. And we got through, and I ended up doing that job. I ended up going on tour, the UK tour, playing Troy in that tour, which was great.
And we saw a little bit of you dancing. I wouldn't say I've known you as a dancer, E, but I mean, energetic, yes. But there was a little bit of dancing there. I would always going to tease you. Let me just say hello. People said hello. Suzanne, Ian, great musical theatre singer, seen in many shows, and she's already seen him for the We Were Rocky show. Lynn Ange. Miss seeing Ian, fabulous from Debbie. Mary Robertson, she's got a picture of you, Ian. Mark Barney, glad Mark's beard's back. He's got nothing, he don't even care about you, Ian. Julie Day, hello, Ian. Mandy, of course, dear Mandy, where Ian lived on site. I delivered him a breakfast because you'd hurt your leg. Remember Mandy? Oh, wonderful. Yeah, Christine Sutcliffe would love to see you in We Will Rock You. We're going to ask him all about that in a minute, Christine. Mark Barney, cool. Linda Much. Everyone saying hello to you. Ian, so that was your sort of big first start, but you never stopped working from then. You've not had a very quiet period in your 31 years, have you? And your, what would you say, 10, 11 years?
Yeah, this will be the quietest period. It's like it took a pandemic. From there I went on to do High School Musical. I went on to do Hair the musical across Europe, and I did that across Europe. And from there I got Rock of Ages in the West End. That was my first job, and I did that for 2 years, and then out of there I got the Commitments in the West End as well. And that's where you saw me. That was when you saw in that clip. That was from the Paul O'Grady show. I mean, I was so lucky to get that break, really, because the guy who played the main part 6 times a week. I played the main part 2 times a week, and he fell ill the day before. And they said, Ian, will you go on and do the Susan Boyle with the Paul O'Grady show with Susan Boyle? And I was like, shaking like a leaf. Yeah, I was like, well, yeah, of course I'll do it. But from that, like, that just, catapulted me like onto like the sort of leading player scene, which is great.
It is. It's that lucky break scenario, isn't it? It's that little lucky break. Ian, who's that, mate?
There you go, Tom Cruise. Oh, Tom Cruise. I've been lucky to meet Tom Cruise a couple of times actually. Funnily enough, I met him at the Commitment.
Of course you have. I mean,
No, yeah.
why should I not think you haven't talked to Tom Cruise? I mean, like, I'm sorry, mate. I'm only telling you because we've known you from as a child, and then suddenly there you are talking to. But I mean, you won an Olivier. Not one, you were nominated for Olivier.
Yeah.
So you actually had the great thing of actually being at the Olivier Awards, and you were being, obviously you was announced as one of the up for an award. You didn't win.
No, unfortunately not.
Who won that one?
Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember his name now.
Of course you did.
Yeah, of course. I was too busy. No, his name is George. I can't remember his second name, but he won it for Sunny Afternoon and
the Kinks, wasn't it? The Kinks.
Yeah, the Kinks. That's it, yeah.
He was nowhere near your voice. I'm just moaning at that. I mean, people have got no idea. But what was great about Beautiful, you actually, I have to think, Claire and myself has probably watched all your shows. I think we've come to see you at Rock of Ages, The Commitments. We saw you, obviously, Beautiful. That comedy role of Beautiful, playing Billy, which you deserved that newcomer nomination. That was brilliant to watch you turn to comedy and acting. It wasn't just about your fabulous voice; it was all about your acting ability as well. So,
yeah, I think that was like the first time ever that I've been given like an acting role that wasn't just like one of these like jukebox musicals that was based on like voice. And from that I started moving into acting and definitely staying away from the dancing.
Yeah, I noticed you don't do much dancing. You don't do much dancing.
No, I'm not very good.
Very energetic. I mean, the Commitments, I just don't know. You must have lost pounds and pounds every show. You must have been having to eat a little bit more and drink so much water over that because the energy you put out, and then you've only got to watch Paul O'Grady because you're hyped up like that for probably the whole show. Wasn't it? So very impressed. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
It was one of those shows though that the more you gave, like the more you got back from the audience, and like sometimes you'd have, but when it came to that beginning section of Try a Little Tenderness, and that was right at the end of the show. You remember it was right at the end of the show, and sometimes you'd have the audience in the palm of your hand if you really give them the show, and by the end they're jumping for it was amazing, really amazing experience. The Palace Theatre. London.
It's not been easy. I mean, it's all. I mean, as you said, a lot of luck, but at the same time, you've got to have the equipment, you've got to have the talent, and the great thing is, you really have got that in abundance full. Yeah. So, tell us about the Galileo. That only just started, didn't it? And then suddenly lockdown. There you are, mate.
Yeah, there we are. I mean, Galileo. I mean, everyone wants to play the role. I remember it was the first audition I did out of college was Galileo for it in the West End when it was going to the West End, and I remembered going into I got down to the finals for cover for understudy the part, and I remember going in there and I got a cold on the morning of. I got frightened basically, and basically I went in there and just screamed the songs down, and they looked at me, a bit wonky, and were like, well, we'll probably won't have you, and I never heard anything, from it after that, and then 10 years on from that, I got the part, and I was going on tour to play it, and we did 6 months of the tour. And that's like amazing. Some of the places we got to play, like, Blackpool Winter Gardens, just huge. Edinburgh Playhouse, like 3,000 seaters.
It's tremendous.
3,000 seaters. It's like just huge. And if you, that was in rehearsals. That's this is something you like when you're playing Galileo and you're singing Freddie's music in front of Brian May, Roger Taylor, right? And you're singing music, and the room that they've got was like, they were about 1 meter. Where the whole panel were like 1 meter in front of the stage, because they put a pretend stage, a mock stage up. Yeah. And you're there and you tried to like really give it all you got, and you could just see them looking at you and then just getting their pen and just writing on a piece of paper, and while you're trying to act.
What they say there.
Yeah, but it's amazing to get to meet them and get to hear what they think of you doing their music. What an experience.
I mean, they're proud of it, and so they should be. But I mean, tremendous musicians. I mean, would you say that you've a clip getting to Galileo? I mean, Billy was a tremendous part to have, but are you? Would you say Galileo is as important or even more important? What role would you say with?
I think Galileo. Well, I think, but you know, the Barryman part was was a sub lead. You know, so I was supporting the woman who played Carole King, basically. Yeah. You know, and so it was a sub lead. Whereas Galileo was you front it. You know, so you are leading the show, and so for that reason, it was like a big responsibility for me. You know, to really lead the show and lead it well as having to sing. You know, Freddie. You know, be compared to Freddie singing his music, you know, and that's, you know, but you know, you do your best, don't you?
And what about the boys? I mean, would you say that Brian May? I mean, what's your opinion? Does he just love? I mean, he's very passionate, isn't he? So, and of course, did you ever come across Kerry in your time?
No, I never. I missed Kerry when she was at Potters. She was at Potters. I came after, and then that's the first interaction I've ever had with Kerry was when we did that charity song, the Bohemian Rhapsody for Acting for Others, which is a charity for actors out of work and with families and that. And I remember. Yeah, and Brian and Roger Taylor and Ben Elton, who wrote it, they're all of them like they were in the rehearsal process the whole time. Like they're still, I think when the show came out in like 2004, I think it was, you know, 15, 16 years on, and they're there and they look after it. And they said to us in the beginning, they said it's like you're part of you're part of Queen, you know, you're part of the Queen legacy, you know. And so we started it on.
They hold you, that give you that high accolade, don't they?
Yeah, and I mean that comes with like it just makes you feel good. It makes you really feel a part of what they created, you know, and makes you want to do your best.
Ben Elton, have you come across Ben Elton at all?
Yeah. So Ben usually is in the direct. He's usually always around in rehearsal period because he directs it and he wrote it, so he's always around because he always tries to update the script.
And he changes it, doesn't he? Yeah, I knew that about him. He does change the script as it goes along, and as you rightly say, updates it. But
that's it. No, because he has to because he's like a lot of the jokes they've got to be relevant of the time, you know. Yeah. And I remember, you know. He came in, so he didn't, but he was also putting on a show called Upstart Crow in the West End at the time, so he couldn't be around too much in the rehearsals. But he came in for 2 weeks on the tour, and we were with him every day. And like he's just a different beast. He just works, and he's so clever, and you know he pulls the best out of you, you know. So when he came in, he gave it about 4 months in, he gave it a new lease of life. The whole show, you know, just having him there, you know, amazing people, like amazing.
Yeah. So tell us, what's the news on? You're saying, I mean, obviously Cameron McIntosh made a big shout that West End's not going to be this year, but you understand, and then your touring show is a huge production. I mean, the cost of that daily is enormous. So, what's your news on when you think you're getting back?
Well, what I know of so far is that it's in the tour schedule to start again in January. But I mean, we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see what happens. It all depends on commercial theatre. It's hard for commercial theatre because because they've got to make money. You know, they have to make money for commercial theatre, which means you've got to have bums on seats. And if you've got 2 seats empty between every family, you know, you're not going to make enough money to take a tour on the road. I mean, people don't take you. It's not as easy as just putting a tour. You know, we've got 4 lorries that travel with us. You know, plus a night bus that travels with us the whole time, and they've got to pay for all of that. We've got huge LED screens, like you're talking 6-meter LED screens that curve across the whole of the back of the stage, and all of this is like rentals, and so they've really got to make their money. So I think what Cameron McIntosh did is he's just being transparent and saying, look, you know, my hands are up, I can't afford to keep it going, but hopefully we'll be able to start again once it's safe to do so in order for them to make money. And that's it really. And it's a shame for a lot of actors. There's a lot of actors that are out of work, you know, now until January, February, March, you know. So
and have you actually come across Cameron McIntosh?
Yeah, I saw him at a press night. I saw him at a press night of Beautiful, because I've done it. I've been lucky to do a few press nights, opening nights. You know, I did the Commitments, Rock of Ages, Beautiful. You know, and I've been to a few as well, like and Follies at the National and stuff. And I saw him. Yeah, I come across him. You know, he said, "Well done for my job in Very Man," and he's on the board for the Oliviers as well. So, yeah.
So you thank him for not winning.
I thank who for not winning? Him. Yeah. It'll probably be him. It'll be him that didn't vote. Yeah.
I probably would have given him a bit of a tough time. I would have said, "Come on, Cam. Come on. Give us a chance."
Yeah, I bet.
So what are you hoping to do then? I mean, Ian, this lockdown, have you had to reflect on the fact that what happens if it doesn't come back? I mean, I'm not saying it won't. I believe it will, but it might not be as quick as we want it to. What have you been reflecting? Can you do other things? Did you know I'm a gardener now?
Oh, you are professional?
Of course I am, mate. Of course I am.
Other people's gardens?
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't risk going to anybody else's. But it might be the future is that I might be going around people's houses doing barbecues and gardening. And that's my achievement. DIY, you can't count for that. But when you have these lockdown worries, what do you think you might do, Ian? What's your plan? Are you writing? What do you do, mate?
I do. Yeah, I've got. It's all changed, and it like when it started, it was nice to have because like you said, I haven't sort of stopped in like 10 years. Like I've had like 2 months off the whole time, I've been dead lucky in that respect. So it started off, and I was like, oh, this is really nice. I haven't got any work. There'll be no auditions. I don't have to sing for a couple of months because there's a pressure with it, you know, and. It was really nice for a couple of months, and then you realise, okay, well, this is going to kick in for a little while, and so you just got to try and find other ways. But I've been auditioning for stuff. There's been stuff that you're doing, but you have to audition like this, and it's very difficult because you'll have a panel on a screen in front of you, and you're there, and you've got to try and audition for certain stuff, and look at stuff like vocal reels, and trying to get doing like adverts on radio and doing adverts on TV. You see a lot of the TV adverts at the moment are all people at home, because that'll be people like myself auditioning for TV adverts and stuff. And I think, and I've got my guitar. I've been learning the guitar, and I try and write some songs and stuff. But really, just now we know more. With what Cameron McIntosh said yesterday, you can really start putting a plan into place that involves not acting, really, not acting for the next 6 months. So yeah.
I mean, we're hoping. Potters is still hoping to reopen. It might not be in the Potters Resort style, but we're still hoping that we have the summer season yet. 6 weeks, 5 weeks. We're hoping that might still happen. I mean, everyone's brains are going down to it. Nigel might know a little bit more than that, but who's playing about with us with the cameras and everything. Nigel might say what is happening, but we're looking at the fact like outdoor entertainment, obviously. No one's allowed indoors, so you've got to go total restricted. It won't be the same holiday that ever Potters will give until we get back to normal. But we don't know when normal is. We don't know when that's going to happen. But you just hear so much. I mean, pubs might get told that they're going to be coming back in July. If pubs come in, then indoors will be allowed with Potters. You might find the biggest problem is the fact that you have theatres that, with 1,600 people, 2,000 people, 3,000 people. It will be almost so difficult to actually put shows out there and earn money out of it, will it? So
yeah, and I think that's the difficult thing with Potters is because it's family run, family run, and I love Potters, man. I love what Potters has done for me, has done for me in my career and growing. Yeah. It's more for me. It's more than just a holiday camp. It's been like my family growing up my whole life. Yeah. So I hope it gets back to business soon. And
we hope so. It will eventually get back to normal. It will eventually get back to normal, but we don't know when that normality will be. It might be that we always got to keep a minimum meters distance. But on the other positive side, Ian, you could be, no, you can't have your job back. Ian, see how quick he realised what you were doing there. But the other thing, where you might be able to come and watch Ian, because Ian was asked, wasn't it, Ian, to come and join me at the Cliff Pavilion. We had to delay it. It's now down for October the 3rd. It looks like you're doing nothing, Ian, so it means that we're going to bring you on.
Yeah,
I'll listen to your commitment numbers. I'm going to talk to Joe Ringer to see if we can get that medley out there, and might finish the first half with that, Ian. And if the fact that we've got to pay you, we might get you to do the second half. So, but Ian, yes, everyone, come and look forward to seeing young Ian McIntosh joining us at the Cliff Pavilion on October the 3rd. And we're crossing our fingers they let us do that, Ian. I hope so. It might be, again, different. You might find that it's half the audience. It might be that we have to do 2 little shows. Who knows what we might have to do a matinee and an evening to try and fit it in. No one knows yet. But I think the little...
I'm sure you'll be able to work it, whatever the audience say, Mark.
Will I be able to... I think that's the difficulty, Ian. Those people who are coming to see a Brewer Unleashed and then realise that I can't actually have a go at them will probably revel in the fact that they were going to get wet, these people. Out of 1,600 people, Ian, I can guarantee half of them thought they were going to be on stage. So that's what this crowd of people are going to be like. They're all expecting that I was going to bring them on. So it might be impossible. It might be a suck and see and see what happens. Ian, it's been a pleasure talking to you. We're going to play out your video again so people watch that little video that Nigel's done, because he put a lot of effort into that, Ian. We wish you luck. Keep in touch. Let us know if you want a game of golf. We can go and do that, Ian, if we're still free to do some stuff. Let me know. I know you're no good. It doesn't matter. Say hi to your girlfriend.
Everybody's always talking.
Coming in with it.
Everybody's trying to get in my head. I want to listen to my own heart. I need to count on myself instead. Doubt your dream would ever come true. Blame the world, never blame you. I will never try to live a lie again. I don't want to win this game if I can play it my way. Sweetheart, never leave her. You gotta try your little. Darling, reach out to me. Reach out to me. I'll be there with love that'll shelter you, and I'll be there with love that'll see you through. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, as if nothing really matters. Really matters.
Anyone can see nothing really matters.
Nothing really matters to me.
He's at McDonald's. Thank you so much, Ian.
Well done, Nigel.
It's cool, isn't he, Nigel? Nigel, you can come on, mate. We don't mind seeing you now.
I know. Nigel's got a bit of Alan Partridge about him, hasn't he? The way in his little booth there.
There he is. Nigel, enjoying the moment. Thanks for doing this for us, Nigel. He's in substitute for Mike Scott, who is very busy, and that means only positive signs for a little bit of people at Potters if he's busy doing things there. On our point of view, Ian, it's been a privilege. Lovely to meet you. Lots of people saying goodbye to you. Lots of saying thank you. And you are a brilliant entertainer. You are the new young star. We just hope it gets even further, Ian, because quite honestly, you've got the voice to go anywhere, the acting to go anywhere. Let's hope we can see you on TV. And you might even ask me to come to one of your premiere days, because they're special people. And I realise that I've known you for all these years, but I'm just not as special as I should be, that I've never been asked to come to your premieres of anything we've done. But
right, it's a deal then. The next premiere you can come, all right?
That'd be lovely. Actually, you're probably in the next premiere because I'm in it. It's going to be the Brewer Unleashed, October. Nigel, see how he dug that into you, Ian. Of course you would have asked him. You owe him. That's why you owe him. I'm going to say goodbye, everyone. Hope to see you again soon, Ian. And everybody, I'm going to be back on, I believe, the Saturday, Sunday. I'll let you know. I normally let you know the day before. Ian McIntosh Jr., baby, thank you for joining in. Debbie, I don't know if she's still there. Are you not there? Is Debbie still there? Debbie, thanks for coming. Debbie, did you find out what's the capital of Poland?
Yes, Warsaw.
And would you know the children's TV programme had characters Iggle, Piggle and Upsy Daisy?
Was it in the night garden?
In the night garden. See, you would have got one or two, wouldn't you? I mean, what football team plays at the stadium of King of Powers? King of Power.
Is that in England?
Yeah, King of Power. England.
What sport plays there? Did you say what football?
What football team?
I don't know. No. West Bromwich Albion.
No, it's no point guessing. No point guessing. You can see you haven't got a clue on that. It was Leicester. And what about pop? Would you have known who sang Someone You Loved and had a #1 album of 2019, Divine and Uninspired? Are you Poppy? Silence.
Is it?
Come on. You know it's supposed to be timed as well, all this. I'm just saying.
Sam Smith.
Of course. Well done. No, Lewis Capaldi.
Oh, I knew it was. That's who I meant.
Of course you did. And would you have known who World Bowls 2020 champion was, indoor World Bowls, that we hold at Potters?
Only someone at Potters would know that, wouldn't they?
Well, you are Potters.
Someone's putting up the answers, but they're to Leicester.
Yeah, it was Leicester. I did say it was Leicester. Yeah.
And I don't know who won the bowls.
Could you spell recommend?
RECOMMEND.
So you are showing that you would have got some right.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not the questions. These are all the things that, that similar things that you might be asked. But look, Debbie, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Give little Ronnie a big cuddle.
I will. It's lovely to see you, and we'll bring him to Potters soon, so we can start a new generation of Potters.
Why not? And will you have your real natural hair by then?
We're coming up on a broomstick.
You can. Give a big thank you, everyone. Thank you to Debbie Butler. And there we are. That's it. That's it. I'd like to say big thank you to Nigel for popping in, taking over from Mikey. Yes, Christine Sutcliffe. For everyone, be safe, and we look forward to seeing you. I'll let you know who's on the show come Sunday. And thank you for joining us. So goodbye, Pauline, Mary, goodbye to you. Linda Much, thank you for joining us. Maureen Andrews, good luck for the future. She's looking forward to seeing us. So we all are. I'm going to say goodbye. Nigel will press the button to close. Thank you, everybody.